Hey, let's go ahead and get some messages from our spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Oh, hold on one second. Let me move this microphone a little closer. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guardians, all from the pure white light. What are the most important messages we need to hear from spirit? Emotions are running high. We've got your dreams need a practical plan. And one more, spirit. What else do we need to hear? Ooh, we've got communication is key. One flipped up on its head. Step out of your comfort zone, but it showed up in the reverse. And we also have the answers that you need are coming. Someone here isn't talking. Bottom of the deck, or a fiery climax approaches, but somebody is going to start speaking up. That's what I'm getting here. There's a lot of emotion in, whatever conversation that needs to be had. You're not going to be able to move into a new situation until you've closed out an old cycle. Someone here is not speaking up for, it's almost as if, when somebody stops listening, you stop talking. Okay? It's like, I've said enough. I have nothing more to say. I've said everything that needed to be said. And now I'm not talking anymore. That's what I'm getting out of all of this, is like someone here is saying, like, I've had enough. And I feel like, someone's pretty heated. Somebody's pretty angry because we have the overall energy as the Aries full moon. So this is a lot of fire. And then we also have earth, and we also have air here because we got both Gemini. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, an Aries, or a Gemini. Okay, but there is some information that is coming out, but you're not going to be able to move forward until a conversation is had. Okay, there has to be a conversation between you and someone else, but someone here isn't ready to talk yet. Okay, they're not ready to talk. And I feel like someone here is like waiting on this other person to communicate back to them. There's a lot of emotion here, but I think that these emotions have been boiling to the surface for a really long time. And, with Aries, there can be a lot of anger, okay? Anger and frustration. And we do have Mars going retrograde as I'm doing this reading. So it's almost as if like someone here has said like, enough is enough. And we also have Mercury retrograde, which we have two Mercury cards here, one being in reverse. I almost feel like the conversation will move forward when maybe Mercury comes out of retrograde, but you're going to have to control your anger. And I know I'm an Aries ascendant. I know how hard that can be, especially when you have felt like you're not being heard, you're not being listened to. So eventually you just stop talking, and then the other party wants to come in and is like ready to talk when you've been talking. And, they're not listening. I feel like a lot of the reason why people stop listening is because they're afraid of their own comfort zone. Okay. Well, and also because they're stubborn. So I do see like people butting heads. You could have been in a situation where you were butting heads with others, because we do have these two farm animals that both are, have horns, and you can lock horns with other people. And it can be extremely frustrating when we are constantly feeling like we're beating our head against a wall and we're not able to express how we really feel, because one person's talking and they sound legit and the other person is just hearing it from the level that they can understand. And you know what? I think that, a lot of people, they don't want to hear what you have to say because it's going to take them out of their comfort zone. And sometimes it's just an illusion, and they don't want somebody to poke holes in their illusion. But somebody else is like, you know what, though, that this is kind of pissing me off. That's really what I'm getting here. We've got higher power here. Number 4 could be of importance. What else do we have here, Spirit? Okay, we have flexible. The number 19. And we have TikTok. Yeah. I think, yeah. And then we have building blocks. Bottom of the deck, serendipity. So, I feel like what I'm feeling here is like I'm getting bend, don't break. You know, you can bend, but don't break. Another thing that I'm getting to is, again, when I talked about Mars being retrograde and Mercury, I think it's almost like when Mercury stations to go direct, tick-tock, like that's when you're going to be able to have some sort of a conversation. But it's almost like you're going to have, it's about the timing. It's about perfect timing. Because if you provoke somebody to have a conversation they're not ready to have, it's going to create a rift, okay? It's going to create a rift. And I almost feel like it's like you're going to know, you're going to be prompted, and or that other like the person that needs to speak up is going to be prompted to have a conversation, but you're also going to have to be respectful of the other party on whether or not they want to have the conversation just yet. That's what I'm getting here. 18, 4, 19, 30, and 28 could be of importance. These could be ages, favorite numbers, dates. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Something could have happened on the 4th. And it could be like a whole nother cycle before, like moon cycles, before you get the answers that you're looking for. I do feel like there has been an ending like you're not talking to someone right now. Somebody here is not talking. Somebody here doesn't want to talk. One person wants to talk and is like, "Oh my God, did I fuck, everything up? Did I, did I say the wrong thing? Did I do the wrong thing?" Somebody's all up in their head. Somebody's all up in their emotions. But I just feel like, it's like when you tell somebody like, "Hey, listen, I'm trying to set a boundary here." And somebody here is just being passive aggressive and ignoring your boundary. And then you finally get frustrated and you're like, "No, like I'm fucking telling you, like, and I'm done telling you now that this is my boundary. You're overstepping it, and enough is enough." And, maybe in the past, you've always been so, you yourself have been passive aggressive. You've, learned how to tiptoe around people because they're stubborn and they're not going to move. So you have to learn how to kind of move around them. And they keep getting in your way. People keep getting in your way. They try to block your blessings. They try to block your finances. They try to block you, and eventually you get mad enough, you're going to blaze through them, and it's going to create a major, major rift. And that's what I'm getting here. There's a major rift. And I think for a lot of you, you're just focused on, building blocks for your own future. But I do feel like, in order for there to be a solid foundation in a relationship, you need to be heard. But it's almost like you can't speak butterfly language to caterpillars. You can't speak butterfly language to a caterpillar. Just like butterflies don't wait to become butterfly, they don't wait for caterpillars to become butterflies. They just fly, right? Eventually, you just kind of have to fly. And that's what I'm seeing here. And somebody's trying to reach you. Yeah, somebody is feeling orphaned. Somebody's feeling left out in the cold. Somebody here is trying to reach you. I just feel like there's a lot of stubbornness in relationships. And there fucking is. Communication is what is lacking anymore. Communication is absolutely fucking lacking. There's secrets. Absolutely secrets could have been revealed as well. That's what I'm getting here. But I also feel like it's like you can't wait around for other people to want to talk to you. You just got to move on. And when they're ready to talk, they'll talk. Doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on, whether you you created the issue where nobody's talking, or you were on the other side where everybody just stopped talking to you. Even you're just gonna have to be patient. Like when I'm upset, I need a minute, because if you make me talk when I'm not ready, I'm gonna hurt your fucking feelings. Because I'm going to say everything, and it's not that it's not the fucking truth. It's just going to come out way more harsh than if you would have given me just a little bit of time to take a step back, analyze the situation, look at it from everybody's angle, everybody's perspective, and then be able to look at the reality of the situation. And then I can move forward and talk to you about what needs to be said, where I come at it from a very purposeful, place where we're either going to move together or we're going to move apart. And that's all there is to it. Very interesting. All right, let's see what some of this is about. What else do we have here, Spirit? What else do we have here for this reading? What are the most important? Princess of Spring. It's almost like somebody comes in this like enthusiastic energy of like, hey, I'm ready to talk now. And you're just like, and they're all like, everything's okay. And like, it's not. Somebody here feels bad. Somebody here was made to feel bad. Yeah, Princess of Winter. Meeting you with a sword. It's like, I think that this is a very childish situation. This could have to do with children also, or people just acting like children. What else do we have? Oh, another prince. Wow. 2 princess and 1 prince. So this could have to do with 3 people. Okay. This could be a third party situation. I feel like, have patience. Don't worry. Yeah, 3 people. Look at the bottom of the deck. Right when I look at you guys, I can't even make this up. 3 right here. It says, reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation. Sadness that will heal with time. Yeah, I do feel like this could have to do with multiple people. 3, for instance, because we do have the 3 here as the overall energy. I think it's something that you have tried to be very patient with. You are continuing to persevere regardless of all the things that are happening, but you're doing it in some aspects with a broken heart. And I feel like, you've been patient. It's like, there's some aspect of like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it even worth me putting any more time or effort or any energy into a situation, when it gets me nowhere? It's almost like you want to take this offer and go elsewhere. It's like, is there ever going to be any growth in a certain situation? Yeah, I see somebody here is, it's almost like you've been, maybe you've tried to keep your mouth shut in a certain situation only because you were not being heard. But it's almost like unless they offer you something of sustenance, like an actual sit down conversation, where you guys can hash this out. But it's almost like you're just going to have to be patient. Someone here, or the both of you, are going to have to be patient, or however many of you. But, I do feel like there are multiple players in the game. I don't feel like this is between, 2 people. I feel like this is between you and, this could be family. Because we do have, it could be 2 sisters and a brother or something like that. It does not have to be. Or 2 females and a male. Information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness, an indigo child or an adult. Like somebody here is going to say something, and like I said, it's going to be hard for another person to hear. But somebody here is cutting themselves away from like a third party situation, or where three people are attacking them. You could be being attacked by three different people. And it's almost like when your inner bear, starts to shine, that's when everybody, it's like, they blame you for your reaction to their disrespect. You're the problem because you finally reacted and you're just like, I'm tired of this. And I see this. And I feel like that bear, is very docile, really. And the bear only has to come out when it feels threatened. Bears don't just like attack people for no fucking reason. They're either hungry or they feel threatened, or you're coming after one of their cubs. So such is life. You know what I mean? Or you're coming after them, and your inner bear. But I almost feel like even though you're frustrated and angry, whoever's the frustrated and angry one, you're still doing it from a very docile space. I don't feel like you're doing it from a mean, like this bear is not showing any teeth at all. That bear does not look threatening, but it will butt heads with you if it absolutely has to. Or it'll just cut its losses and move along. So somebody here is like, you're going to have to respect another person's timing is what I want to say. Because it's not, I can't stand it when people are like, hey, I'm ready to talk now. It's like, I was talking all along. You just weren't listening. And now you're ready to talk? No, I'm good. Okay. I think you need to implement some of the things and maybe sit back and maybe go over conversations that were had in the past to see where the situation went wrong. I think yoga is very important right now. For some of you, you need to get grounded. There's a lot of heavy energy in all of this, and there's a lot of frustration. There's a lot building up, and I'm not surprised. Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is retrograde, as I said earlier, as of today. So this could be a lot that's been coming to the surface that, for quite some time. And I feel like this is the moment that was destined all along to happen. So subject to interpretation, guys. Everybody, is going to have a different scenario, but let me know how this resonates with you guys. If you're interested in a personal reading, I am doing my buy one, gift one, half off sale over on my website. I do this sale every year as I've been in business. So if you guys are interested in that, the best time to get in. Check me out over on Facebook and Instagram, and just know I love you guys all so very much, and we will chat again soon. Take care.